What's up, guys? Now, in this specific video, we're gonna be updating our portfolio, our workflow automation portfolio. So, at first, I was using AI tools for this workflow, but right now, I'm just gonna remove AI because I'm not gonna be using any AI tool, but I'm gonna integrate different tools onto our automation tool, so we can update our project right here. Now, for me to achieve all of this, I'm gonna be running a campaign. As you can see, this campaign has been running for past few weeks, just to test a few things on what's happening. This is actually a course, and it's a sales campaign. We're selling a course. Now, what really impressed me on this specific meta campaign tab is this new tool that I had discovered yesterday. This is a new Meta AI business assistant. It's very, very impressive. I've been trying it out since from yesterday, ever since I found out about it. So what you can do is it can help you analyze your campaigns based on whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. I mean, your business goal and whatnot. So I was asking it questions based on the results that I had already gathered on this specific course, and it gave me pretty good results. I was very impressed with it, on how it broke everything down. So you can help it also to improve your campaign and give you suggestions on what to do. What it does really is gonna save us a lot of time as digital marketers and paid media specialists. It's gonna save us a lot of time. Instead of doing things manually, then it's gonna save us a lot of time, because you can ask it questions based on the performance or whatever your business objective is. Because this is a Meta AI business tool, I think is gonna be the best tool to analyze opportunities on Meta ads, because obviously it was created by Meta. It's gonna give you the right information that you'll be looking for. So here you're gonna select your campaign. For instance, you're gonna select your campaign that you want to analyze, and then ask it questions based on that campaign. Okay, or you can just ask it general questions if you don't want it to analyze your campaign. So I think it's gonna be a great help for digital marketers. It's one of the new tools that Meta has came up with. I know a lot of companies was using Manas, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Manas. So, but I think this one is really gonna help out a lot of businesses based on the performance of the campaigns, your business objectives, and your goal and whatnot. But we're not there. Okay, on this specific video, we're gonna be focusing on Zapier, which is the automation tool that we're gonna be using to automate our processes on our landing page. Okay, so this is our landing page. As you can see here, we have our video, we have our WhatsApp button, then we have our CTA, our call to button right here. Now we're gonna be tracking different actions that are gonna happen on this specific landing page. So obviously you can use this tool to analyze maybe your landing page content against your campaigns. You can also use it to do that. So we can analyze, what's missing on your landing page, what's missing in your campaign. Are your campaigns, are your landing pages aligning with the promises of your ads? Are your ads aligning with your landing page? And you can ask it questions like that to help you out. So obviously here we're gonna be tracking this specific button using Meta Pixels, but we're gonna be tracking the page that comes after this specific button, right? You don't want to track this specific button, because most of the time, for you to really track a button properly, is to track the page that comes after. For instance, maybe you have a form, you are running a lead generation campaign, and you have a form. You don't want to drag a button whenever they click a button, your prospects, your customers click a button, because on a landing page, if there's a form and that form is not filled up properly and it has a few errors, whenever they click on that button, then the meta pixel will execute as if an action took place. But really an action hasn't taken place, because the form will give an error and say, hey, this field has not been filled up properly, fix this field. But then your pixel will give you the wrong information, because by then it thinks the person has already submitted the button. Let's say the call to action. The call to action is submit this form. Now you don't want to drag that specific button, but you want to drag the page that comes after. Okay, so when it comes to tracking, I'm gonna use Google Tag Manager, Meta Pixels, to drag the actions that happens over here. Now when you're looking at this, this WhatsApp button right here, I'm gonna remove it. This will depend on your business objective. So for me, I'm gonna remove it, and I'm gonna maybe use a form. So whenever they click this button right here, it's not gonna be a WhatsApp button. Obviously, I'm gonna change it to something else. Whenever they click on it, there's gonna be a mini form pop up that they need to fill up, because it makes it easier for you to filter out bad traffic. It's easier for someone to click a WhatsApp button who's not really interested in your course or in whatever that you're trying to sell. So to filter out the bad traffic and the people that you don't want to use a WhatsApp button. You want to use a form, a qualification form that they can fill up, so you can see how serious they are with whatever it is that you're selling. So we're gonna be tracking this button. Then we're also gonna be tracking the form that comes after this button. So as you can see, this page will redirect you to PayHip, which is our first process here when a new sale has been initiated. So for testing purposes, this course has been turned free. It is free for now, just for testing purposes. But on the actual form, they have to fill up the form so that it has their name, it has their contact details, and their addresses, all of that. That will depend on what information you want to get from your customers. So for now, it has been set free, because we're just testing it for testing purposes. Now after the sale has been initiated, then we're gonna format that information. Their first name, we want to capitalize their first name, so that this information, when it reaches our CRM or our spreadsheet, it is formatted in the right way. So obviously you can format the first and the last name in the same automation block, or you can format the first name over here like I've done, and you can format the last name over here. Obviously this is based on how you want to input your information into your CRM or your spreadsheet or whichever tool that you want to input your info on. So we're gonna format the first and the last name using two different purposes, but you can just use one process. Here we're gonna lowercase our email address again, so that our formation is it makes sense and it's not messy. And over here we're gonna format the date. As you can see, PayHip will give us this date format, and we're not looking for this date format because it's confusing. So we're gonna use this specific format to format our date, year, month, date, hour, minutes, seconds, and so on. And here we're gonna filter using the filtering rule. So if our form doesn't have an email address, then this whole process will stop immediately, because we need that email address for a bunch of reasons, one of them being the marketing purposes. Okay, now we're gonna update our HubSpot, but firstly we're gonna try to find the contacts based on the email address that they have submitted. So based on that email address, we gonna check into our CRM to see if we already have that same contact, and if not, we're gonna create a new contact. As you can see, I have clicked this specific if you click this If you click here, then this is how you can create a contact if you don't already, if the CRM doesn't already have the contact. Then we're gonna update that specific contact. Okay, now we're gonna be using the email address, the first name right here. We're not gonna be using the last name. As you can see, we're gonna be using the first name. That's why I separated those two blocks to have the first name and the last name in separate blocks. Then after that, we're gonna update the information on our spreadsheet. I'm just gonna go through this very quickly, but you can always read the information on this, on the project page, if you want to understand how I did everything that I did. Now obviously our spreadsheet has a name, an email, a product, the product name, the price, the date. As you can see here, we have the name, the email, the product, the price, and the date as well. Okay, this is what, obviously you have to integrate these tools into your automation tool. For instance, I'm using Zapier, and I had to integrate different tools like Payhip, for instance. Let me remove this, like Payhip, Slack, so that this information can be sent into our into our Slack channel to update our team whenever there's a new sale, or whenever a new sale has been initiated, right? And obviously we're gonna send them an email after they are done checking out. Okay, so we're gonna drag the thank you page. That will give us the right clue that this person has initiated a checkout, not a checkout, rather they have initiated a sale, they have actually bought our course. Then we're gonna drag the thank you page. So this is the email that they will get whenever they reach the thank you page. Then lastly, we're gonna send a message into our Slack channel to update the team. Okay, so it's a pretty straightforward workflow, as you can see right here. So obviously when it comes to different segmentations, segmenting our prospects, we're gonna use HubSpot to do that. So on this specific project, we're gonna have a HubSpot tab right about here for us to segment them into different marketing pipelines and whatnot. It's just gonna be a whole HubSpot project that deals with marketing, whatever it is that we're gonna be doing on the marketing side when it comes to HubSpot. So we're gonna have that specific portfolio. But for now, this is what's gonna happen on this specific. This is what's gonna happen on this specific workflow process by Zapier. Now let's run a test. So as you can see here, our test has ran successfully and everything was initiated successfully. So this means that our workflow works perfectly and the processes can run accordingly. So that's about it. See you next time with another video.